Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to Commute Talk. We're back in the car finally after a week of being sick, and it's good to be back. Although my clothes seem to have shrunken a little bit, but it'll go back to normal now that we can walk around. So, today, I would like to start by saying thank you to a bunch of people, and specifically the people who have been supporting me on Patreon and on GitHub sponsors and through PayPal donations. Because I guess I don't talk about it that much, I think. At least I don't feel like I do. And it's something that is really, really cool to me and a little bit embarrassing, or I feel awkward about it, right? Because I still can't believe that someone would want to support what I do. And it's really weird. But like every time I get a notification from one of these platforms, it always makes me blush. Like, really? For me? I'm so grateful that you all choose to do that. And it feels really funny to me, but it's also really cool. And I guess it's something I'm learning to deal with. I don't know what that is. Like, I guess I was living my life in a very different way before, in a very selfish way, and not really thinking so much about other people and just thinking about my own things. And in the last year and a half or so, a year and a half, say, I've just been experiencing life in a very different way, especially since getting clean and sober, but also since starting to work on this operating system and starting to interact with a much, much broader community of programmers and people who are just interested in technology and doing this whole YouTube thing, right? And it's really amazing to me and really humbling to receive such fantastic treatment from a community that people say bad things about like online communities, and they say that YouTube audiences are so bad and this and that way, and I am just having a fantastic experience on these platforms, and people are so nice and supportive, and I got nothing bad to say about my audience. So I just really like you guys, I guess. And I mean, there have been some isolated individual cases where someone has called me a nasty name or something, but it's the internet. That stuff just goes in one ear, goes out the other. You can't let that get to you. But it's just been really great, and I'm really grateful for all of the support in all of its forms. But I really want to call out the financial support today because I got sent this thing in the mail yesterday, and I made a little unboxing video, and it made me realize that people send in donations all the time, and I don't really know how to. I can't show the donations in a video because I feel like that would be really tacky. Like, hey, look, it's $5. Unboxing $5. But I am really grateful for the support, and the donations that are coming in, they are just piling up for a very long time, actually, because I may end up having to spend basically all the money I have coming up very soon on some things that are hanging over me for a long time. But once that's over, then it will be an entirely new life, and that would be nice. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I actually wanted to talk about a subject today as well, but another subject. But thank you, everybody who's been supporting me and the project and the system and everything. I really, really appreciate it. You're constantly making me blush. And I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that everybody can understand, by the way, my decision to treat everyone the same, whether you are a like a supporter, financial supporter, or not. There are no like special privileges, special chat rooms, special anythings, right? Because I want to make everything that I do accessible to everybody who's interested, and so donations are on a completely voluntary basis, and they don't buy you anything. But they are, of course, very welcome, and they really do lighten a great load for me. So thank you for helping with that. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping about it, because I do feel, like I said, I do feel awkward about it, although I'll probably get over it at some point, maybe. Anyway, I also had a question that I got from Valtteri. He was asking me to talk a bit about how I prepare for videos, like hacking videos. And so I thought that was interesting. So thank you, Valtteri, for asking about that. And the way that I prepare is very different between different videos, but there are essentially 3 parts of preparation. And the first one is to pick a subject. And I just go with whatever I'm interested in at the moment. Like, whatever am I excited to work on or to learn about or experiment with. So in the last 2 videos I did, it was building a JavaScript engine, right? So I started doing that because it just seemed really interesting to me, and I had all this like pent up productive creative energy after being sick, and I just wanted to build something, kind of flesh out something new. But I choose a subject that's the most interesting at the moment. So it might be building something new. It might be fixing like a little glitch in a scroll bar or whatever, like something. And then the second part is the research part. And this is the part that tends to vary a lot in how much time it takes. So sometimes the research part is 0 minutes and 0 seconds because I just choose a subject and I'm good to go. And other times I will spend like an hour reading about something, or firing up like some other operating system in a virtual machine, just to sort of mess with some GUI interactions. Like I would fire up Windows 2000, say, and play around with text selection in Notepad, or things like that, just to remind myself of how something was in some system that I like. And yeah, the research phase can take a while, and this is also where I would go to, say, Wikipedia and get like a cursory like a basic understanding of some data structure or concept or something that I might want to use. Although I don't do that so much, because I tend to reuse the same building blocks over and over instead of always making new ones. But yeah, the research phase. And also in the research phase, I sometimes will build like a little prototype of something. And the purpose of building a prototype usually for me is to get to the first big roadblock. And usually I can get to a roadblock in a couple of minutes of just like really ugly hacking something together. And it's good for me, it really helps to discover what's the first roadblock that I'm going to hit. Because at that point, I gain some confidence from that. And I know that if I just stop this and I start recording a video, then by the time I get to the roadblock, I will have subconsciously processed enough of this to know where to go with it. I don't know. It's just a strange ritual, I guess, that I have. And yeah, so that's the research phase, I guess. And then the last and final thing I do before starting a video is choosing a new wallpaper. Because I like to have new wallpapers in every video. It's just something I started at some point, and it's a fun thing, so I kept doing it. And what I do is I normally go to Google image search or to the wallpaper board on 4chan or something like that. And I just look for a nice picture that, sometimes it's related to the subject of the video I'm gonna do. So like for the last two videos, I used a squirrel fish for the JavaScript engine video and a Swedish recycling station for the garbage collector video. So they're like these little messages in the wallpapers sometimes, just for fun. Anyway, so that's the preparation. And then I just hit record and I hope for the best. And as you've probably noticed, I tried to not edit my videos, but sometimes something like happens, like if somebody rings the doorbell, or I just drink way too much tea and I have to get rid of some of that, then I will sort of pause the recording and then just edit that out in the end. But actually that makes me, I did forget one thing, that before I start making a video, I will also make a cup of tea so that I have it on hand instead of having to stop in the middle and go get some tea. And since you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway, the tea that I drink is Twinings Earl Grey. It's just the right blend of boring but pleasant. I can see why the British like it. I like it too. And yeah, so I guess that's my preparation. It's a weird question, but I like it. So I think that's about it for today. So thank you again to Valtteri for the question. Thank you to all the supporters, and I really am so grateful for all the support. And I really do feel awkward, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm so awkward about it. I'll get over it, I promise, maybe. But thank you. See you next time.